talking. They were like, I'm a dude.
What is that machine?
Goofy ass machine. What a goofy ass machine.
What the goal of the billionaire class is to remake the world as a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and...
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, the left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. These Moloch worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Barter system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace.
I know it's hot where you at, boy, because it's warm taking the shoes off and my feet hit the ground. Yo, it's warm, boy. It's warm. I ain't hating.
Shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
Oh, yeah.
We're really approaching
Oh,
like it's a Frankenstein moment.
Oh, I ain't got no
They're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail. Not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
What's going on, beloved? I don't see nobody else. Everybody just, I appreciate the thumbs up. Woo.
Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there.
Trying to keep this thing from getting too hot, man. What's happening? Should have been inside. It's cooler now.
Push up.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. A crown slash helmet. It's for my aircraft stealth spit. Can't be tied down or even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverized.
Still messing my stomach up.
The realness of cash money, I dispelled it. You did it in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked because my hand I dealt it.
I think I might have
vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust all on some ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real, monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, use a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly, no haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still in hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle Sheep.
Break
I'm
off
one
into the
tough
tank
cookie. I
top.
don't follow our set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bra.
Oh, it's
You
like
stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. Back in shape, stages of fate. It's fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect.
I think 82 degrees
So I
right
rhyme
now.
best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piracy,
right now it's
flying a
about
jet, straight to
82.
adversary. Martial Chronicles.
Tomorrow's gonna be about 82. I think
Symmetric apparel,
it's gonna be between 80 to 70
Mohawk,
from here on out.
aerodynamics, and it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. Your worlds and perils what I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. That don't only go for the cracker. That go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the shy five. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Coulda bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance from conspiring connivance. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Striding the giants to hide. I'm striking defiant. And environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hype men. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate the premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau or Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Akichiwa. Shine symbols are for the conscious minds, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulus round. Created successful reality from a virtue now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezes that I hurt you. They style all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw a magic circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fat checks purposely, but peep me, I'm calm. Water, fire, air, earth, turn me from that piece to a bomb. Blow the joint to split the range, the plane, the centimeters. I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles, guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I, of course, am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well, at least I'll fly in plain view. I am my circle, how I govern four corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place, in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. I recall when bro and I spit flows, dope man, fly in the shell at Southampton, kept smoke, stay high. Years later, he's the same
Part of my arm. I gotta get this dark, boy. I got to break out. Boy, tank top time. Boy, get off the shirt. I'm hurting right now, though. 100 push-ups, 100 days, squats, anywhere between 50 to 100. I can't, you know, I don't want to be walking around with damn pressures. But anyway, man, some like fallen God, keep on. 100 days, then I'll go up to 200 just to see how it goes for 200 days. We're going to next year.
It hurt, I cried, this kitten did it, try to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it, announce it, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb, the jungle I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness, made a conscious shift, even in darkness the sun lit, on you false lights, don't have to be gold to glitter, actors look the part, but just for show, go figure you dig.
I'm not gonna be on here long because I'm gonna cook something, because I'm trying not to eat after a certain time. I want to stay with that. And like I said, we need a certain amount of plywood and SBS, but we need like four more. Total of 8 between the two before we can finish the deck. We got clean enough to make walls and all that. Then once we get the walls up, then we gotta get a ton of plywood again. Yo, for the members, I'm uploading videos over there for members. You can't see it over here. You can see the video, but if you're not a member, you can't see the video. It'll help me because a lot of you are very stingy, even with $1, which is pretty sad. And I'm gonna call it for what it is. Stingy and selfishness is not who we are. I'm definitely not that way. I don't have to explain what I do. Ganja Tino and everybody from the Navajo Nation to the Page, to Jersey, to New York, Brooklyn, and Bronx, down to Florida, the guys I serve with, everyone knows. I stopped donating to people on here on YouTube because a lot of them niggas haven't shared back, man. So I'm not gonna, you know, like I said, it's a big circle, and I'm not doing it. I'm not here. People who got it and this, that, and the other, who don't really need it, I'm not gonna be giving it no more. So these people snap about their little subconscious, whatever, zombification of the fiat, because it's unimportant to me. I would like to see it become more unimportant to others when there are those of us who are actually doing something with it. Unlike Umar's raked in millions and a number of other individuals. I'm not the catalyst. I'm not them. I'm not a betrayer of your ethics, your morality, or anything. You are. I asked y'all with a conscience that you guys would provide, so that way we can actually keep moving forward, regardless of whether I'm spending $500 or $1,000 a month. All right, and I'm making sure whether we eating or whatever, we are always going to eat. We're always going to be able to take care of ourselves. But when it comes to the building, I figure people chipping in. Now I know what I stated a few days ago. That's by the way of the person that actually owns the land, as far as the denomination of fiat. But the land belongs to all of us. But a lot of y'all move so slanted and sideways, I don't know why you're actually here. I'm grateful for those who subscribe, but like, YouTube is a means for me to share something with those who actually want to take it and utilize it. I don't care about the rest of the people. I literally don't. Okay? I've already touched thousands of people. Do they need to come to YouTube? They don't do YouTube. All right? A couple of them do TikTok, and they funny over there. And I can get paid over there. I can do this, what I'm doing here, in a semi, because they're cussing like sold sellers over there. I can do it over there and get paid easily. I ain't got to cuss. I ain't got to derogate. I don't have to walk around with a firearm on. Bill, talk about, read a few things. That's simple. But y'all want to be stubbornly selfish. It makes no sense. But it makes absolutely sense in the narrative of the enemy. And that's how y'all perform. Now, I can say something, get y'all really throwing change out there. I'm not a preacher, I ain't a minister, a deacon, none of them bastardized people. Okay? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all, boy. Y'all got some issues, man. Y'all need to work out. Y'all really do. Y'all really do. Like I'm gonna rob a bean or a grain of rice out your fucking mouths. Y'all pathetic. Weak. And that's why I'm tempted to get some of y'all strong. Because y'all ain't. Niggas don't even want to come and shoot. Make that make sense. I got the ammo. Like, make it make sense. Want to shoot a 40 cal, 45, want to shoot a 9, a 380. Well, the 380, I'm not shooting. 22s, AR, pistol, revolver, 5.56. I'm about to build a 308. I'm getting a couple more shotguns. Long rifle, short bow. I mean, you want to learn some hand-to-hand? Don't worry, I am not like I was in high school, college, and the military, breaking people's fingers and arms and ankles. I'm just going to show you how to flip me around. I'm going to show you how to punch and jab, how to move in closely, how to be tactical, how to move without thought. You guys are something else. If it wasn't for me doing the things I do, I wouldn't even say this. I can't even count how many lunches and the things I can't even count it. I never did. I have this, like lack of knowing. I don't have this belief in numbers. But I see and I watch and I'm like, I don't need to hear good talk. I don't need attaboys. Like I said, I've been doing this since I was about 8 years old. All right? Ain't none of you gonna tell me, share nothing, and show me anything. But I will accept whatever you say and what you show. It may be a difference. It may be something else. We're going to talk about Albert Pike. Me and T was listening. I listened to Albert Pike, Manny P. Hall. There's a plethora of individuals. That's my neighbors. Whenever I hear dogs barking, I look. Dogs. I don't even like that name. Anyway, a lot of you know, through Brothers, Kiramil, a number of individuals drop. And I said, you don't have to argue with anybody about this. But what's the difference between the Plains and the coastal Indians? Well, you already know what the Caliphs are real. Some Zionist gooftard about 6 years ago attempted to disrupt it. And we know who he is and the party he works with. Mossad, he's a dual citizen. And he went and did his best to try and debunk the Caliphs of California, which is Carolina. Khalifa, Carolina. That is not California. It is an island. I've been arguing with this since high school, and everybody kept saying, no, it's not. But it has been proven to be an island. And there's other islands off of it. Not just the one which was a star fort. They perverted, locked a lot of our people up during the Civil War, and then used for the mafia and everything else, called Alcatraz. And that's not even its name. Any of y'all know its name? You have over 100, even in Alamy, even in the Library of Congress, of the indigenous original people there, sisters who was homeless, who fought and studied law, fought for land, and got it back from the fake-ass Democratic Zionist puppets. A Negro. And you know we're not nobody's Negro. And then every time you look, whether on Yandex, Brave, Fire. All right, now I'm back on this one. It's probably going to get hot again. So I got two going. Check it out. Yeah, I'm back over there. It got hot, y'all. Let's see how long it lasts before it gets hot again. The sun's a little farther off. Come over there so I can read what I need to read over here. I'm going to shut this down. Hopefully it won't go, you know what I mean? So come back over to the other one. It's back up, all right? Hey, everybody. What's going on, guys? Come on over to the other one. I'm shutting it down. Take your time. I gotta care about it taking this time. So Anyway, y'all can always watch it, go back and watch it again. So the reason why I'm saying this, if you start studying Albert Pike, right? If you start studying him, right? And you go down to Pike's racism, you need to know, as far as the information, fell into achieve success with the foolish arguments that Freemasonry is hiding some great secret. And Albert Pike says, so in one of the most widely available books of the past 100 years, some will then try to discredit him with the above quote. It is, of course, just another ruse. Albert Pike was not a racist. Mysticism, Luciferian, yes. They got y'all doing Christian and Islam, and yeah, Allah Akbar, you're sitting there worshiping Baal, and thank you, Jesus, in the narrative of Yahweh, Yahweh and all that, y'all Doa, Beth, and a couple of other deities. Y'all have no clue because you've accepted what the enemy given you. Surprisingly, it is a reason why I read Frederick Douglass and the fact that he's not a foreigner and what he had to say about Christianity. And it's not a religion of this land. A consortium of other individuals, even in the tribal communities, who also are very aware that we did not practice religion. We walked a righteous, upright life. We didn't act upon emotions. When it came time to rage, we were full blossom and full bloom, and it scared the bejesus out of them. They knew they couldn't beat us. That's why Albert Pike helped usher about 7 to 9 treaties, especially 3 with my family. Now some Mongol Sapelska try to talk about the treaty. I'm like, boy, if you don't get away from me, boy, it's gonna be it. We're gonna have a 3rd World War. And they were looking at me like I was crazy. And I had a couple of my homies who were of the same caliber, a couple of dark and a couple of lighter ones. And when they were looking at us like, okay, what's possible? Possible what? You are not us. You will never be us. So Albert Pike, when you go to Redex blog and Redex, Albert Pike, Confederate Commissioner, Masonic Demiurge, apologist for slavery and apostate of the Union. Why is it that one of his favorite little offspring chickens, Rebecca, the fake Jews did it, tried to paint her as a slave? She wasn't. She was a freeman. Indigenous. He ain't have no damn slaves. All that southern crap, that's the monkeys coming over here after the fake Civil War. I had 2 uncles that fought in it, and they didn't know nothing about no goddamn Native Americans. He said they knew about the Wild West show. And he saw them and they would laugh at it. All of them that existed back then laughed at you Native Americans. See, they forgot to get rid of a few of us. Now, I always push for this colloquial, this gathering of minds and souls, and respected the Native Americans. But you guys got some idiots in your chalice. Some real solid idiots. Okay? So like I said, you can go to Redex and you can read the whole thing of his whole biography and everything else. You know, he's born in January 1840, 31 years old. Albert Pike published a poem entitled Dissolution of the Union. With the arrival of the American Civil War, the poem's prophecy was proven true. You got to remember, what he practiced, Luciferian, was a Kabbalistic. Yes. A Kabbalist. Yes. And see, they try to hide that. Jewish. Anyway, the poem's prophecy was proven true. His Boston-born author, however, proved false and treasonous to the Union, despite his assurances to the contrary. The stanza below is number 3 of 13. Look on the future with pathetic eye. Lo on yon plain are armies gathering, as mist collecting with the storm is nigh. And such a storm along their hillsides cling the light horse and the swift patrolling spy. Hovers in front like birds with restless wing. While here the riflemen move sure but swift, and their musketeers unbroken drift. We already know the 3 musketeers about Negroes in Europe, written by the very likes of one of us. Not some African. These Peckwoods, man, they just like to have this out of Africa shit. Reversal. And the stupid part is they play that. Now they got people over there making cardboard RC planes and cars and building a couple of cars. And there's a guy who also built a car that runs on energy. Like, we didn't already do that. Told you here, they stupid what they did. It was backwards, a big mistake. Okay? At over 6 foot tall with flowing hair and a prominent beard, he was physically imposing, a vigorous, assertive presence. However he went more, he was a charismatic, multidimensional man, an explorer, writer, linguist, Freemason, jurist, and Confederate general who exercised an outsized influence on the development of the United States, which is an outside democracy, right? Among his numerous abilities and accomplishments are the following. Explored the Texas Panhandle area. And you got to remember, he fought in the Spanish War, too. All right? And he used us, which would be like using who? The Buffalo Soldiers of the Union. But he was a Confederate. He wrote one of the first English language books to describe that region. First English language books. Remember how Pike, that was not his language. Anyway, developed facility in many languages and dialects, including Greek, Latin, French, Sanskrit, Hebrew, and Native American language. But anybody knows already knows about the Cherokee, y'all say Cherokee, Anahuia, the Gula, and the Geechee, and the fact that the dialects was more similar to Hebrew, because this shit today is Yiddish. Wrote for published, edited, and owned a number of newspapers, including the Arkansas Advocate. You can still pull them up. Of newspapers, that's why I'm going to give you some stuff to go and look at, and you'll see who the real Indian is. Newspapers, for those who want to use those narratives, because you got idiots talking about an Indian belongs to the state. Oh, stop paying those idiots any attention. Including the Arkansas Advocate, the Memphis Appeal, remember I showed you all the 12 people? Tennessee, Louisiana, yeah. And the Daily Patriot, Washington, D.C. Recruited a company of cavalry and led it as captain in the Mexican-American War. And why is it that him and President Roosevelt, the only people they would have as security was the Negro? Anyway, right? I'm just saying, served as the first court reporter for the Arkansas Supreme Court, appointed associate justice on that court in 1864, prosecuted land claims and reparations for the Creek, Choctaw, and Chickasaw Indians before the Supreme Court, negotiated settlements with the federal government, negotiated 9 treaties with various Indian tribes as Commissioner of Indian Territory on behalf of the Confederate States of America, and led 2 regiments of Indians into battle as Brigadier General with Confederate forces, and they only niggers and light-skinned folk. God damn it, I don't need to read no more. I ain't even had a name remember. Why you betraying us? Nigga, we ain't the same. I ain't no goddamn Mongolian. Genghis Khan was a Negro. Them Chinese today ain't built the goddamn Great Wall. It was to keep motherfuckers in, so they can eradicate them. But they ain't go in and take over. Boxer Rebellion, I got 5 books on it. Sound familiar? With all them Hindus, Talmudics, and everything else, and pale skins from France, Germany, blah, blah, blah. Overseeing the execution of the Cathay people, regardless of how they look. Especially the very dark ones they wanted to hide. Still talking about, oh, they killed giant red-headed white folks. No, they were albinos, giants of men, like my bros who were albino and over 6 and 7 feet fucking tall. They got the right one. Now, they know some real history. They know some parcels of what I'm saying is the truth, but I'm giving y'all, in linguistics, I'm giving y'all stuff to research, and then you can build up off it. You dig what I'm saying? Real talk. Indigo Turtle, Omeg, Sharon, what's going on, beloveds? Baby Girl Slaughter. All right, I just wanted to shout y'all out. Oh, yeah, I'm going to hook it up here in a minute. I'm hungry, bro. All right? That's all I wanted to drop. There's a whole lot of information. And they lie all the time. Why else we want to take control of something and start changing narratives and stories? Who else need people digging up everything, finding out whatever? Huh? Why did they say that there were no pale skins here? Oh, think about it. Supposed to be when Columbus, and when y'all know who he was, the fact that he met us on several occasions in Espanyola and so-called what you call it? Huh? And you got them idiots in Florida talking about they Seminole. The fuck out of here. But you still got Mardi Gras. They can't wait to go there and see the niggers' boobies. Up in New York, you got a bunch of old goofy monkey Negroes up there betraying everybody because they've been liberalized and they're just as stupid as they can be, but not all of them. You already know particularly about one little group, Eagle Rock Reservation, hell, in Jersey. All them damn big Jews up there playing Indian. Think about it. They got y'all trying to believe that's Israel and they're Jewish. Over there killing the Palestinians. That's what this idiot enemy of yours does. And everybody can see it, but they have a hard time accepting it. Make that make sense. They'll come looking and be all trifling and stupid. Carelessly and recklessly. Well, I'm going to get off of here. Members, there's videos. I'm going to upload a couple more to the members only. If you're not a member, well, appreciate those who are. I can see now because you have a little star by your name. Okay? Baby girl, I know you are. Snoo, and a few others. All right? I appreciate you guys. But anyway, I'm going to be a little chill. But I'm tired of liars, man. And there's a lot of information out there. If you'll take the time to research it, you're going to be amazed what you come across. You're going to find things. There's about 3 other things in there about him that I was looking at between Google, Wikipedia, and Yandex and Brave, right? And there's so much contradictory stuff because you got the white nationalists and all these goofies trying to write a history. You got these other laborious Masonic goofies, these more perverted ones. And they attempted to paint an ugly picture about him, their very own, who did incredible things and was not a racist. What does the enemy do? What they got y'all believing Hitler was the enemy, right? But y'all been listening to somebody's been going about it, very brass and very brave, telling exactly, because a lot of you didn't want to study German, what Hitler actually said on his videos, compared to what they were saying he was saying. A lot of times they didn't say nothing because the majority of you can't speak it. But if you listen, he was protecting those there, even after the calamity and the fall. You know what I mean? He won World War I, they won World War II. And here we come with these goofies over here. And our dumbasses fighting right alongside them. Only to be betrayed like they're betraying the Native Americans and every goddamn body else. The Spanish, everybody. That's what they do. All right. So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll see you guys in the AM. All right. I gotta make something to eat because I'm hungry. Last meal of the night, too. Yeah, no. I might wear it again tomorrow, damn it.